Shalom, this relates to quick news. You have in California redistricting latest map makers saying politics playing a role relating to that redistricting gerrymander. You have it relating to Aaron, Hurricane Aaron. EU NATO leaders will join Trump and Zelensky meeting on Monday in D.C. You having 4,000 plus additional military personnel to be sent to Latin American countries to combat relating to the cartels. Now, Prime Minister Sheinbaum, Mexico, says there will not be no U.S. troops on Mexican soil. Seen out a report, allegedly, what I mean. As far as National Guards being set, Tennessee, South Carolina, Ohio being deployed in D.C., for example. Every victim is one too many. Mayor Adams responds to mass shooting at a mass, incident at the Brooklyn Hookah Lounge. So it's an incident at the Hookah Lounge. Scripture talks about quick iniquity. For iniquity shall abound, and the love of many shall wax cold. So iniquity is abounding, and the love of many is waxing cold, man. You're seeing deletions. You're seeing people, forms of violence. Rubio is using U.S. blocking visitor visas from Gaza. Trump undercuts Rubio's claim about Ukraine and land negotiations. I've seen a report relating to Russian Putin relating to certain things. That will be a viable option relating to territories or land. D.C. residents and commuters reacted to Trump's crime plan in the Capitol. And you had, relating to those numbers, most likely falsified. There was a video I was watching relating to Individual Truth talk about, they focus on pretty much the major cities related to crime because there will be more, but the cities per capita, there's a lot of crime in them smaller cities as well. And the numbers pretty much be falsified, to make it look like it's not that bad. But you have videos relating to D.C., for example. Looting almost 37 stores, taking, smashing grabs, it's taking stuff off the shelf, which is making, these businesses lose their money and also making them close shop. So, those numbers, it could be a lot more higher than what they projected to be, man. As far as really the level of crime, and that's what I was talking about. So, what people will question is this method or use related to stratagem necessary? So people will question it related to martial law and National Guards. So if it happens in one city, it can happen in all. So all can be respectfully deployed in respective cities that that are high risk or high volatile relating to levels of crime, man. The major cities are obvious, but the smaller cities as well, man. Because per capita, there's a lot of crime in those cities as well, man. You have protests relating to erupting Israel over the Gaza war. You have protests relating to the policies relating to Trump, relating to also in D.C. There was a video talking about a guy says, was it a black male talking about he can't even go outside because relating to this curfew relating to in D.C., man. You got all the military, personnel there. They just there to do their job, but well, he can't even go out. So he's blaming Trump relating to, people are calling him the D word, the dictator. You know what I mean? So a lot of people that's going to draw division. Scripture talks about, think not thou come to send peace, but rather division. And that's what's happening. You're seeing the division, man, being set forth, man. Using tools and instruments to set forth that division. Ultimately, it's by the Lord, ultimately using, relating to the ones in power, man. Scripture talks about Revelation 6:4, talks about Edom, the red gray horse that take peace from the earth using the great sword. Revelation 6:4. So peace is being taken, man, from the earth, using a certain nation of people in the position of power. Genesis 36, Edom, man, and his descendants, man. One specifically in the position of power, man. Edom, you know what I mean? Because they the ones control everything, and the underlings relating to Amalek. That goes back to Genesis relating to that. That goes to Eliaphas, concubine Timnah. They bore a son, which is Amalek, and through his line, you have the Amalekites, man. That's in Genesis 36. And they would be the ones who pretty much run everything, in a matter of speaking. So, you have in Minnesota weather, Twin Cities, inside the tunnel of rain and thunderstorms. You have a fight that Trump take over nationwide protests. You have a nationwide protest related to the Trump policies, man. That's been going on, since from the beginning. Bolivia heads to polls and right-wing opposition. Eyes first wins in decades. Texas redistricting battles to begin the new phase of Democratic expected return to Capitol. Melania Trump related to giving Putin a letter, personal letter. Serbian police use tear gas against protesters. So you see protesters. Scripture says related to 2 Ezra 15. So take the course of the actions and not regard the kings and princes, man. You know what I mean? So you're seeing the powers, you're seeing the people go against the powers, man. Whether socially, politically, financially, economically, politically. So you're seeing them go against the powers, man. That's part of that division. Think not come to send peace, but rather division. The division is being set forth. Protest is part of that division as well, peacefully or otherwise. Let me see what other news. This is quick news real quick. I hope it helps relating to you're seeing a lot of videos relating to women complaining about their situation relating to losing their jobs, not be able to do certain things. You've seen a lot of videos talking about that. Scripture says, woe to you women that have been at ease, man. 32 Isaiah, you know what I mean? So the ease is turned into uneasiness, man, you know what I mean, for the women. And not just the women, but both genders, male and female, man. You know what I mean? So losing losses of jobs, economical changes, societal changes. You know what I mean? Things are not looking, they're looking differently, in a matter of speaking. So that ease has been taken away, really, from the people, man. That spirit of mirth is being taken. Now, this is just a quick lesson relating to that. Hope it helps relating to information. This is Zayah Wolf. Praise Yahweh Shemir Shabbat Shemir Kakadash. It's man of truth and all relating to truth and all, so we know this truth and all, so we know this truth and all. The Wadi Yahweh Shemir Shah, call Yahweh Shemir Shabbat Shemir Kakadash. Give all praise, Yahweh Shemir, Shabbat Shemir, Kakadash. I hope it helps, and most of all, informative relating to information. Shalom.